right, we're at it again. Flight level 0 is back online. We got some guests on board. We've got Ken.
Hello.
From Stolen Idol, and of course Carmen, everybody knows her, and Felicia, the other half of Stolen Idol, the better half of Stolen Idol. We don't really know what we're doing today, other than we're heading for Avalon, and then tomorrow doing something a little bit different, heading up to King Harbor. So we'll show you around at King Harbor a little bit. The moorings over there are really easy to pick up and very cheap. We'll go through that a little bit once we get headed towards King Harbor. But for now, heading out of the marina, headed straight to Avalon to meet up with Keel Dragger and go have a dinner. We have a beautiful day here. The only downside is we don't have any winds, so we have motor sailed pretty much the entire distance over to Catalina Island, but you can see how glassy smooth the water has been. Just a fantastic day. The weather's really starting to warm up. A lot of sailboats around us, a lot of shipping traffic in the shipping lanes, and we have Avalon in sight. So another hour or so we'll be tying up on the moorings and getting together with a few friends here in the harbor and hopefully finding some fun this evening. Just had a nice breakfast here in Avalon. There's a small cruise ship sitting just outside the harbor, so we're getting out of town. We've got guests on board today. We got Ken from Stolen Idol.
Hello.
We've got his other half, Felicia, down below with Carmen. There's Carmen. There's Felicia. And we are about to get underway. We are headed to King Harbor today. It's something a little bit new. We reserved a mooring over there last week because we knew we were going to be taking Ken and Felicia back to drop them off, and we're going to spend the night in Redondo Beach today. So we'll give you a little bit of video of that, and we'll talk a little bit about how we managed to reserve the mooring and a little particulars about the harbor over there, because it is a little unusual for the temporary guests. But anyway, we're about to throw the lines here in Avalon and head that way, hoping for a nice ride. We'll talk to you along the way. All right, we are off the moorings and heading out. A lot of traffic around here today. It's a really small cruise ship. Looks like an older boat, but they have tenders running back and forth non-stop. The boardwalk is packed with people, and we're going to get out of Dodge. So we left the harbor and we are cruising along the coast of Catalina Island. Got all our guests up on the bow. Got all our guests up on the bow enjoying the views, because it is a pretty spectacular view this morning with the fog just covering the top of the island and the coastline just smooth and clear. A little bit of blue sky poking out underneath the fog layer. Looking at about 5.5 hours-ish to King Harbor this morning. We spoke to a couple of friends. We spoke to a couple of friends earlier that left early this morning. There's some dolphin right there off of our port side. Let's see if we can get a better view of them. We talked to some friends that left Avalon this morning. There he is out of the water. And he was telling us that over by Palos Verdes, he saw a whole pod of gray whales on the way back into LA this morning. So we're hoping that we can maybe run into some of them along the way, get some video or still shots of the whales. It is towards the end of the migration period for the whales, but I know they're still having some sightings around Palos Verdes, and maybe we'll get lucky today. Finally, we got some wind and we are sailing. Motors down, sails are up. Girls are over there chatting, enjoying the breeze, and sails are up. This makes the perfect day. Maybe another hour outside of King Harbor. We're going to be rounding Point Vincent here in a little bit and heading pretty much a direct course to King Harbor from there. Still pretty cloudy. The sun went away from us. We've got just a little bit of wind, and there are some swells, so we'll see what the sea state looks like as we approach the harbor up here. It's a pretty tight entrance into King Harbor, so we'll see how it goes.
We're on the home stretch.
Yeah, home stretch. We just made the turn around Palos Verdes Point, headed direct course to King Harbor. Should be right off our bow. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't see a single whale along the way, but everybody's still looking, so we might still get lucky yet. Who knows? Pretty foggy, but I can see King Harbor up there. I actually see another sailboat going in.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Under sail, which is a little odd because there's no wind at all. It is a really little entrance here with not a lot of room between the Redondo Pier over here and the entrance to the harbor on this side. It's going to be right about where that boat is. The fourth marker, or the fourth mooring in.
So it's out.
Yep.
Right, go out.
Yep. You can go on out. Fourth one. I got it. Yeah. Yeah. So I expected it to be kind of bow to stern right at the rocks, but
Right.
as you can tell, it's not. I'm just going to go ahead and put this eye on my cleat if it'll fit. Not sure it's going to fit. Might have to run a line. Yeah, I'm going to have to run a line. Okay. All right, we're here. Hello, sea pup. Look at this. So, I'm not sure you can see this, but there's 4 mooring balls right here at the entrance, and we knew it was about astern. I went perpendicular to the breakwater, thinking that's how the sand line was laid out, but it's actually not. It's at quite a angle, but fairly easy pickup. The line does not have an eye large enough for your cleats. You're gonna have to run your own dock line down. Very quiet, other than the sea lions. If you can see in the distance, there is a floating dock that is completely loaded with sea lions, and of course there's a tourist boat with all the tourists oohing and awing over those stinky, nasty sea lions that do nothing but bark all night long. So hopefully they don't keep us awake. I think it's enough distance that we'll be okay. But yeah, we're here. Kind of fun to bring your boat close to your house. We're going to drop the dinghy and head in with Ken and Felicia and get some dinner, drop them off, and then we will head back to the boat for the night.
Aeronautical. There she is. With the Texas flag flying correctly. He's been banished. He's been banished. He's like, you gotta stay on the big float for a while. You were naughty. We're downwind. We're downwind of him now.
Unfortunately, I think my boat is too. Good morning from King Harbor. Foggy morning here. We had a very peaceful night last night. We took Ken and Felicia back to shore last night, had a nice dinner. Carmen and I came back to Aeronautical and had a really nice, peaceful night. This harbor is glassy smooth, and aside from the fact that there's a dock filled up with sea lions just about 100 yards from us, they were reasonably quiet last night. Unfortunately, we woke up this morning to a maintenance crew with power washers and a generator running right next to our boat, doing some work on the mooring balls, and a bit obnoxious. It's nice that they keep them well maintained. And actually, I was a little surprised because we had been pre-warned from some other boaters that when you arrive at King Harbor to pick up the mooring ball, the lines on the moorings were in pretty bad shape. We didn't find that to be the case. They were actually very clean. We picked up the sand line, walked it all the way back, and it looked almost like a new line that they had put on the moorings. So the moorings are in really good shape. The position of them is a little unique. They're angled off at an angle that we didn't expect, but the pickup went reasonably well. So pretty easy. Docwa.com is the website to reserve the moorings. I think it was $30 for the mooring. You can stay on the mooring for I think a week or probably two, but $30 a day is pretty reasonable for a mooring here in Southern California. What I found out after the fact was that our marina down in San Pedro has a reciprocal, and we could have gotten it for free. But I'll consider the $30 a donation to the maintenance of the mooring, and it looks like they're putting it to good use. You can't really see through let me see if I can get you a better picture. It looks like they're putting it to good use because they're out here with the power washer. Actually, I can see them power washing the line on the mooring ball now, so they keep them in pretty good shape. I'm impressed. The area around here, plenty of restaurants. We live not too far from here. As a matter of fact, it's walking distance from our townhouse, which makes it kind of fun to come back over here. First time we've ever done it. It's a new experience for us. We have never brought our boat to our home marina, which sounds odd, but when we purchased the boat, we talked to King Harbor about getting a slip over here, and the price was just a little bit too much for us to justify, even with the convenience of the location. So, we're going to be waiting out the fog, and as soon as the sun comes back out, which should happen around noon today, we're going to throw the lines, start up the motor back out of here, and hopefully find some wind to sail our way back over to Two Harbors. A little bit of traffic on this very calm day. Relatively quiet out here. We took a northerly track to get around the dumping grounds out here on the other side of the shipping lanes. Shipping lanes are really quiet. I don't see any traffic at all. And pretty calm. So just hanging out. A few hours from Catalina still. Thinking we might throw some steaks on the grill tonight, hang out on the boat. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but these little by-the-wind sailors are everywhere in the water right now. Little spots that you see. They're kind of similar to the Portuguese man o' war that we used to have in the Gulf Coast. It would sting you so bad. What I'm hearing is that these things are fairly mild. We're going through patches of just millions and millions of them everywhere. He's right here. You can see the bubbles right here. He's right down here. He's like right next to us. Yeah, right there. See him? Right next to the boat is a whale. Turn around. He's right over here. You can see the water. Yeah, he's right there. There he is. Right there. Two of them. Yeah, right there. Awesome. I don't want to get too close to them, but they're already right next to us.
They would do their
There he is. Right on the top. See him?
I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Look right there. Right off our bow. Oh yeah, right there. Right off our bow, over here on this side, Carmen. Yep. Right there off our bow.
Prosecutors want Judge Rashawn to fine for what they say will be 7 violations of the gag order, not to insult.
Right here, right off our bow. There he is. See him? He's going away from us. Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 of them. There's one on the left and one on the right.
So you think they'll get one?
So cool.
He's got to cut it out now. You don't think he's going to find him?
Oh, there's a good breach. He's just maybe. I mean, you see him right here off the bow? You're looking in the wrong spot. He's
Right here, right?
no, he was right off our bow. There's several of them. Look at that. that was a pretty cool experience. That was a pod of maybe 3 or 4 humpback whales, and they couldn't have been more than maybe 20 yards off of our bow. Carmen spotted them as she was getting ready to go downstairs and put away everything for our arrival into the isthmus. And I'm glad she did, because we were able to slow down and kind of loiter in the area a little bit. Got quite a few looks. So that was a really cool experience. And after taking a look at the video, obviously they're not humpback whales. It looks, I'm pretty confident they were fin whales. There was probably 3 or 4 of them in that pod, and we got to see them for quite a while. I know a lot of you will comment on the fact that we turned around to kind of loiter in the area, but they were in front of us and behind us, and I was concerned about disturbing them too much, so we spun around, kind of just sat in one spot with the engine at idle, and just kind of watched. And man, what a cool experience it was, right?
It was really awesome.
What'd you think about it?
I just want to see more now.
So this is kind of the middle of our trip. We've got a lot more to come. We are sitting at a mooring in Two Harbors. We're going to get off the boat here in just a little bit. We're going to go do a little bit of hiking through the hills here around Two Harbors, and we're going to video all of that and take you along. We're going to save that for next week. So I hope you enjoyed this trip. We sure have so far. We're going to be out here for about another 5 or 6 days. The intention right now is we're going to leave the mooring field here in Two Harbors tomorrow, and we're going to do a circumnavigation of Catalina Island around the west side of the island down to Avalon. So we're going to get some good video for you, show you around a little bit as we make our way along the coast on the back side of the island, which is the side that a lot of people never get to see, and go find some fun down in Avalon. We've got some ideas on what we're going to do. It's a little bit unique, so I think you'll enjoy it.